Alright, so I have recently been alerted of something that I didn't have any control over, or at least I found out how to get control over it, because I obviously don't focus on my channel like it's my main priority. Kind of want to focus on spending my free time as I wish while I can. But apparently, all my comments have been disabled. Why? I don't know. No one even watches my videos, so I don't know why they would. Like, 2 people watch my videos, and I wasn't even getting any feedback from them, so I'm not that angry about it. I'm so. Why though? Why? It's not. Well, it is family-friendly. A family-friendly channel at the moment. It's not going to be forever. My parents have even said you can make your whatever content you want as long as it stays family-friendly while I'm in the house. So I don't see the problem, because I mark every video as not for kids. So obviously I didn't intend for this. It kind of just happened without my permission, and because the support team has more communication than frickin' BuzzFeed has bad videos. I was never notified that I was breaking any guidelines or anything. And sure, I'm a minor, but it's not the point. The point is that I got my comments disabled because of on videos that didn't have been disabled for weeks prior. Or maybe this has been happening. I don't know. Because, again, I was never notified. You don't get notified. Gosh. You don't get notified whenever something like that happens, because they never feel like notifying you, because the support team apparently lacks communication overall, even though that's their job. Yeah, this video is just going to be kind of one big excuse to talk about this, so I'm sorry if there's a lack of actual content. But I don't know why they did this. Was it because I'm a minor? Maybe. Was it because there was actually a spot of predatory comments on my channel? I don't know, because the comments have been disabled, so I'll never know. So now I have no idea what the problem even is, because they couldn't inform me if there was a problem. I can delete comments if I want to. I don't know why they couldn't have just sent me a notice saying, hey, there's some predatory comments, go ahead and go and remove those, and I would have just removed them. I don't know if that notification got shrouded out or anything, but I certainly was never able to get a notification about it, so I don't know if it just didn't send a notification on my phone, if it's late, or if, and let's be honest, probably the most truthful answer, I never got one in the first place. I don't understand. Like, in order to protect my future, I might just have to start cursing or something. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not really focusing on the game, so I'm kind of going everywhere at random. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because this happened freaking like, on most of my older videos, too. Most of the comments have been disabled on pretty much all my videos now. Because they just figure that it's made for kids, even though it's obviously not. Like, I'm trying to appeal to an all-around audience now, at the moment. But later on, I'm going to switch to around PG-13 or so. So, I don't know why they're protecting a ton of kids right now. I'm only going to be a child for so much longer. I might as well just... Again, they could have just notified me. They could have just said, hey, go delete this comment that's not really good for us. Or our status. They could have just flat out admitted it and say, hey, go remove that comment because it doesn't make us look good. I don't care how they would have notified me. I just want them to notify me at all. But they never do. So now I'm stuck with comments disabled, and they're probably not going to be on this video either. Which means I probably don't have a choice. You guys don't really have a voice now. And I'm sorry, but that's how it is at the moment, because YouTube won't just respect what I put on the thing. I put that it was obviously for an all-around audience. And next, some of the things, maybe even on more mature games that I put up, like Dying Light, maybe the comments are disabled over there too. Even though that game's obviously not for children. So I don't know why it would be directed towards kids. I'll stop talking about it for now, but it just kind of angers me that this problem still exists. It started back in the beginning of 2019. This problem has existed for almost 2 years now, and YouTube has done nothing about it, because Susan Wabajak decides that because she can't physically get fired, she has a garage, which is where Google started. She basically gave out the fact that Google even exists. She could have just... It doesn't matter whether she's good at the job or not, because she had a garage. So, if she's bad at her job, that's not Google or even YouTube's problem, because she had a garage. So, that means that Susan Wabajak can just come up with excuses and get, like, rehired or something. And then in the end, it won't seem to matter to anyone. Like, I don't care what they've done. If they're doing their job incorrectly, you fire them. Point blank. That's it. That's all they had to do. That's all they have to do is just tell Susan, you're not required. You don't have the necessary requirements for this job. There's a lot of people that go into more and better detail about this. And it's pretty outdated that I've come to this topic now. But I've really got nothing else to talk about, considering how boring and uneventful my life already is. This is like the one eventful thing that has happened to me in the past week, because I've been in quarantine. Because my sister has contracted COVID, so that's fun. I don't have any symptoms of it yet, but I might get it. Which is going to be great, because I might have an excuse to, like, upload daily now. Which I probably still won't. Probably go on a schedule, like, every 3 days or so. Like, freaking Diesel Patch's schedule. But anyway, I'll go and talk on that for a minute, I guess. Yeah, my sister has contracted COVID. A little bit of a personal thing, but she was pretty asymptomatic, and we're not going through anything tragic via it. and I didn't really get any permission to talk about it here, but I'm gonna be honest, it really hasn't changed my life all that much other than just not going to school for 2 weeks. And I still have to do all the work. They flat out delivered it to my doorstep. They said, hey, can you do this while you're stuck with an infected person inside a tiny apartment? I'm sure, why not? Yeah, I'm still not focusing on the gameplay, I'm sorry. It looks really cringy that I was staring at that chest for like nearly a minute. But, my life really hasn't changed. I wonder if I should go take down that house and put it down here. I mean, it's not like any villagers are coming back here. Might as well just strip down the house for parts. The only thing I'm really going to use out of this village now is all the freaking farms that they left. I might as well strip this down for parts and stuff. I can make one of my own house. I can make my own house. I don't know, I like to make my house out of bricks or stone bricks though, so... Oh no, it's going to be a little bit harder actually. I'm going to have to craft a stone cutter rather than a furnace. Anyway... yeah, I just decided I might as well talk about those two subjects while I can. While it's still actually a topic that I'm physically able to talk about. Because, you know, the comments thing being almost 2 years old, it's a pretty outdated subject. Even just simply bringing it up, well, from just simply bringing it up to all the way about actually full-on discussing on why it's such a garbage policy and why everyone hates it, it won't do anything because it's so outdated that it doesn't spark outrage anymore. I don't get why YouTube couldn't have just done something right, like a better answer. Like firing Wabbajack. Oh, whatever. I don't really care. Some torches. I'm gonna try and focus a little bit more on the gameplay. But it still kind of gets me peeved that that's still around. Like, no one's ever gonna talk about it still, because, I mean, let's face it, whoever's hearing this is probably the only person that watches my channel currently. If I'm even gonna end up uploading this video. I don't know if it ended up short or not, because I didn't check my storage space for this one. So I have no idea how long it's going to be. I'm going to try and end it off around 30 minutes like I usually do. Ooh. And that's about it. That's really all I had to say about it. Of course, being a middle school kid, they were already not taking anyone seriously whenever they were talking about it. You think they're going to take someone about the age of 13 seriously on a topic that's outdated by nearly 2 years? I'm probably not going to spark outrage, which is kind of why I want to get an actual YouTube channel, like, you know, big, somewhat quality content. It's just mainly so that I can just call people out on their stuff and why I'm doing it. I really need armor. So yeah. It's going to be kind of one of the main things that an actual big channel is going to be good for. I didn't even craft any torches. One of my main goals that I'm going to have is just calling people out on their stuff and then taking down the stuff that's causing the problem. And then, you know, making the world a little bit of a easier place to live in. Like, there's something that one of my YouTubers one of my favorite YouTubers brought up. I've already mentioned him a little earlier on in the video, so I might as well just mention him again. Diesel Patches, in his video on his criticism video on what white people are superior at, which contradicted itself in every way, shape, and form. But basically, he just made a little side comment. He said, I don't know if it's the exact quote, but I'm going to try and quote it as close to the original as I can. Oof. I'm going to try and quote it as much as to the original as I can, because I don't exactly have that at my disposal. In case you haven't heard it a million times, the one that I do all my YouTube work on is the only phone that I actually watch YouTube on. I could actually start playing some mobile games on here, if you guys want me to do that. Of course, I'm not going to actually be able to get the message because of the comments thing, but I already said I'm going to try and start ignoring that now. If you guys want me to do that, like, I don't know, email me or something. I don't think you can really do a whole lot, because I don't even know my own email. But in all seriousness, if you guys want me to start, this is just insulting. It's like the 5th diamond I found in this series. Speaking of which, it's actually the 10th part, so that's pretty cool. That's kind of a little bit of a mark. A little bit of a freaking milestone. But it's been this many parts, and I still only have stone tools, so that's fantastic. Maybe I need to do some adventuring above ground. Like, finding a mine shaft is kind of just a little bit too unreliable. I don't know why I still have my seeds on me. That's kind of far down. Oof. Oh my gosh, there's still more ground to go. Oh yeah, the quote. See how how unreliable I am for information? Don't try and source me for information. I can't really link stuff since I do everything on a phone and on the app rather than the actual, like, website of YouTube. So I can't really link anything. But anyway, what is this flashing screen? Yeah. He said, a racial bias in our government, most definitely. It's kind of screwed up that black people are actually served harsher sentences than white people. But he digresses. That, for some reason, he never talked about. Now, is this true? Maybe. I didn't really do my research because I didn't really plan on bringing it up. I mean, I'm playing Minecraft. I didn't really plan on bringing anything as somewhat political as that up. But, no. If that is actually true, that's pretty screwed up. Because that would mean that the freaking government's not doing their job. There's a Civil Rights Act, and it said they can't, that, you know, racism, quote-unquote, the government can't express racism via laws or other things. I don't know. I didn't exactly read it, because, again, I didn't do any research beforehand. I wasn't planning on bringing this up. Just kind of finding subjects to talk about. Oh, what the fuck? Why? Do these always just appear randomly? I was never notified of this. there any more? What is this? Doesn't seem to be. It's kind of weird, but okay. Kind of makes me sad that I have to leave all this freaking awesome iron because I can't even smelt it. So going, yeah. But back onto the topic I was talking about, it is kind of screwed up if you think about it. They're just based solely on race. You can serve a different amount of years in jail than if you were to be another race. It's extremely screwed up when you actually think about it for more than 2 seconds. Why this is still in place, not sure. I'm pretty sure this was definitely a thing that was around beforehand. Like, I mean, it probably was anyway. I'm not going to go and try and say that it's been around since America has become a nation, but it's probably one of the older rules of the government, quote-unquote laws. Oh, that was weird. But, for some reason never talked about, I think if the Black Lives Matter protest should have said anything, it would be saying that, you know, it would stop police brutality a little bit. Like, not police brutality, I don't know what I'm saying. It wouldn't stop police brutality, but it would at least soften up the punishments for a wrongful conviction. You know, a flawed conviction. Because sometimes we have a lot of evidence pointing one way, but it ends up being the other, so the wrong person gets convicted of a crime they never committed. I don't have any more pickaxe ability. It's just kind of fine because it's not really what I'm focusing on anyway. I think if there are BLM protests still somehow, which I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be surprised if there are still. And then they need to like make a little sign that says, "Don't serve harsher sentences based on race," or something. I don't know, I'm not a catchy catchphrase maker. I'm not going to be able to make a catchy catchphrase, sorry. I'll take all of this. Or basically all of it anyway. I've got a bow, so I don't need that. I have enough horse armor. Yes! About time. I'm sure someone that actually makes those sort of things can come up with something. I don't need that. But for me, I just can't. Because I kind of suck at it. And I might actually like, just take these and then take these, put them in the other chest, and then take the chest. Actually, I don't know. This isn't a lot of clutter. I might just take all this clutter and then just take all the clutter and be done. And I'm gonna make a little surrounding so that I can come back to this. I probably should have. Alright. I have to be prepared for. Oops. The horse is gonna end up spawning out of this. It's a doorway. No! Crap. I just barely found iron. I'm not giving this up. Oh my gosh. Good. Well, great. Now I don't have a lot of stuff now. I don't have a lot of things. I don't have a lot of necessary equipment. which is fine because that was the end of the cave anyway. I'm gonna have to get out of these caves. This video's already almost gonna be over. I'm gonna try and do a double upload today. It might not happen, but I'll try. Try and make everything as convenient for me as possible to make that an actual thing that happens, but if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry. Oh, crap. Hang on. Look at me. Hang on. Since I'm done with this cave now, I'm just going to drop all my clutter. Actually, I might have used the bones. I just have to go through the painful experience of mining this with my fist. So, yeah. I guess, because of the comments thing, the most you can do is just leave feedback. Tell me what you think about this video via, I don't care how it's pronounced. Either dropping a like or a dislike. Tell me what I need to improve. I'll figure something out. I might make actually, I could put my Reddit. I have a Reddit actually. I'm a Reddit user. I'm a dirty, sexist, racist Reddit user. I don't know why I included all that. It's not even the stereotype of them. Maybe it's because I just like dark humor. I don't know. I kind of want an excuse to use that catchphrase. It was an awful excuse. I might just leave that in there. I'm gonna go see what my profile is, and then I'll put it in the description. And then you guys can go on a post. I'll post. Oh, I didn't expect for me to actually make it out of that really. And I'll just post on my own profile what do you guys think I should do to improve. What should I strive to improve? I've really got nothing else to talk about. I can't even fill up a 30-minute video. I might start making more serious videos, like on topics, that should be talked about a lot more. Like that comment I brought up. Ooh. Ow. I don't know, maybe just about stuff that should be talked about and should cause a lot more outrage than it is. Like, I might die. Ow. Alright, I survived somehow, I guess. I just, mostly stuff that should be talked about. That should be changed. That would make a lot more of a difference than people seem to act like it would. Because for some reason, some people just don't really take a lot of stuff seriously. Because, you can't be, you can't focus on everything. People are humans, everyone. Everything that can breathe and move and worry about stuff is way too individualistic to worry about every single little crime and every single little thing that sucks. Like, for some reason, Pride Month never seems to tackle the lack of LGBTQIAQQPP, I don't know if I said that right, rights over in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia.